Welcome to Bitcoin Live on the Saturday afternoon in Europe, that is. Welcome. This is a Greenearth Blockchain Token episode, and with us again is the founder and CEO, Shankar. It's been a while, Shankar.
It has been almost 3 months. It's 10 weeks now. So first of all, great to be back with you on Bitcoin Live channel, Nick, and also hello to everyone who's watching this weekend. And we have some useful updates on Greenearth Blockchain, and I'll be happy to share them in this call and answer whatever questions you have. So let's get started.
Yeah, before we do that, because I can't wait to hear all the updates from the past 10 weeks. Can you give us a little bit an overview of the markets? Because Bitcoin is rallying. It seems to be
Uh,
doing pretty good. What is your impression? Because you have an extensive trading background.
uh, yeah, I would say trading and also the technical setups. I would say Bitcoin is currently at 63K, holding up nicely above 50K, which was the earlier kind of resistance zone. Often it would face selling between the 50, 55K area, 60K area, and to be able to stay above 52K, if you see the weekly charts, it's very consistently been holding above 50K, and any drop near that 50, 55K zone gets bought and it moves up again. So, in fact, the few people who take inputs from me on the trading part of Bitcoin, my message to them has been like last several weeks that when you see the price between 50 and 55K, that's a buy. And just buy it whatever you can, and then again release it at 60, 64, 65K, because we are in that zone. And one of these times, it's 72K is the top, and once we start breaking above 72K, then we are out of the range. This range is a consolidation range, and it's extremely
Mhm.
powerful for Bitcoin because this range will allow it to move towards 120, 100K and 125K. And if you
And
remember our older calls, I remember what we said because I have those charts on my laptop here. But the message was that once Bitcoin comes above 60K and starts holding up above 60K, it's aiming for 125K. Okay, so
yeah,
100K is just a theoretical number, but our target is 125K, and that will come. Okay,
and do you have like
so
a time frame for that, or is that
time frame, yes, time frame, not in like days and weeks, but it is between now and next December.
oh, next December? Okay, yeah. So that's
Yes,
a
it
whole
is.
year.
Yes, it's in that time frame, so we don't know, but it could be in this December also. So it's
Yeah,
anywhere here, depending on when the setup happens. But knowing Bitcoin, it may come sooner than later.
yeah, yeah. I
Okay,
know many
so
people who are very bullish for 2025.
and
Um,
yeah, I would say
yeah.
it's so so its setup is very strong, and the one good thing about Bitcoin is that it really follows technicals very nicely. Technicals, as in when we do analysis of a system with the technical indicators, Bitcoin stands up on the very top end of that in terms of its behavior with technical parameters. Really well done, and so I have zero doubt that it will hit 125K.
And if it goes, of course, the alt market will follow. I know you have some
That
particular favorites.
Yes, that is one hypothesis which keeps getting challenged all the time, even in
Mhm.
myself, that the altcoins will rally with Bitcoin, and some of them will, but many of them
Yeah,
will not. So, so that is a very, I mean, just like in the equity market, you would have the Nasdaq 100 or the top stocks like Apple, Amazon going up,
yeah,
but the small cap stocks which are part of Russell 2000 index, they don't go anywhere in that period. So it's
yeah,
going to be like that, where doesn't mean that they are not doing good work or fundamentally not strong. They are, so even projects which are there, they may take their time, but in general, when Bitcoin rallies, what happens is that the capital comes out from Bitcoin in some smaller way and enters these smaller projects, and we have many examples of that where many projects, including our own projects, Kafila and Greenearth Blockchain, have got funded by the rallies in BTC and Dogi.
yeah.
So, so that's very common in the in the blockchain cryptocurrency world, where the rallies in Bitcoin fund the other smaller projects, and that's how they also take some ground. So in that sense, yes, we will see some new launches, etc. Overall ecosystem will improve. I would say yes, and those altcoins or non-Bitcoin, the ones which are linked, like Dogi is our top pick. Even now, whatever
Oh,
rally Bitcoin will do, Dogi will outperform that. So one should actually, in our preference, Dogi coin is far ahead of Bitcoin in the rally that is between now and December 2025.
yeah, because I think you were pretty bullish on decentralized projects like Doggy, and I think also
Yes,
Litecoin and
LTC,
others.
LTC as well. Yeah, LTC,
Yeah,
Dogi, Bitcoin,
yeah,
Ethereum, and SHIB.
yeah, and the layer ones, right?
Uh, these are the ones which after our analysis, these are the only five projects which pass the criteria. No other project.
Yeah,
Every other project is human controlled. If you show me a project which is not human controlled or actively centralized, I mean, see, like Binance, for example,
yeah.
we saw what happened, and in fact, that gave a strong break on many of the crypto projects that are trying to do take off, etc. That things can happen at any level. So that also played a role in putting brakes.
Well, it's good of news, of course, that CC was, I think, is about to be released or was just released. I'm not sure
Yeah.
about that. Yeah,
So overall, I would say that uh, individual projects can grow or
yeah.
may not grow, but the decentralized tokens, uh, BTC, LTC, Doki, Ethereum, SHIB, these have a far superior profile in terms of longer growth, long-term growth.
So just to put a fine point on it, and then we'll move on. You are also bullish on Ethereum because Ethereum is kind of struggling, but you also see it
Ah,
rally.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Struggling these are short-term things, but I would say that the structure and the
yeah.
construction is as good as it gets for crypto. So whenever that takes off, it will take off as well. So
Okay. Well, then
yeah,
let's dive into Green Earth. You sent a presentation that looks very interesting, so let's open it.
yeah. So uh,
Yeah,
so
the
I'll just
disclaimer.
start with a quick disclaimer that Greenearth Blockchain Token is a utility token meant for the working of Greenearth Blockchain project, and the GEBT token does not represent any asset or security, and there are no guarantees of any type regarding the token price appreciation over any time frame. And forward-looking statements in this presentation are not guarantees or assurances of any type. And technology and market risk are involved, like in any project related to software or innovation. So that's it.
Yeah, and of course that also goes for what we talked about earlier. It's not financial advice, not investment
Yes,
advice.
yes, the,
Yeah,
the discussion that we had regarding our views on BTC going to
yeah,
125K, that's our technical analysis, and so far it has
yeah,
always played out. So, but it's still a technical analysis, and everybody should do their own research.
yeah.
And what we share in this call is our analysis, and that's what
There's always
we are
risk.
sharing. Yes,
Yeah.
and it's not investment advice of any type.
So Green Earth.
So. I'll just share a quick update on where we are. So, for those who are logging in for the first time on Greenearth Blockchain, Greenearth Blockchain aims to bring value to undervalued natural products, natural resources, and all the knowledge which is related to these natural products and natural resources. In like, for example, natural healthcare, which is a very large repository of knowledge developed by human societies in different countries over a long period of time. But in our view, the mainstream pharma industry has nicely subdued or put those knowledge bases outside of the mainstream. Like, for example, today, any kind of health insurance doesn't involve any of the natural remedies that are proven to be very effective, but they're all on the sidelines. So people have to literally buy it on their own. So the whole system over the last few decades, or maybe last 80, 100 years globally, has got moved towards manufactured drugs. And manufactured
Yeah,
drugs means things that are human made, and hence profits go to humans only. Whereas for everything that is man made, there is already a remedy of a similar type in the nature, which has been there for centuries, known to some people. But the way the structure has been evolving, those people have been getting sidelined very significantly. And we see that very actively in India, where the Himalayas alone have uh, thousands of valuable herbs and remedies for a wide range of diseases. But the way their knowledge has been sidelined or bypassed is literally amazing, because when we and our team members traveled to the villages in Himalayas, uh, the local population, and some of those people, they are called Vaidya in Hindi. They know many remedies based on the natural herbs, but those are neither, some in some cases, not accepted because people haven't heard about them, or in many cases they don't get promoted anyway because those who have the knowledge don't have the marketing engine with them. So we will the people who need those kind of treatments will never hear about them. That's one of the things that Green Earth wants to do, which is to bring that large base of knowledge related to natural products, natural resources to the mainstream. And one of the use cases for Greenearth blockchain is to have a platform where natural healthcare providers worldwide, from different parts of the world, can come and share their knowledge, and whatever they are sharing, that will be tracked actively by the consumers or users who are using that remedy prescribed by a natural healthcare practitioner, and that get voted or tracked in terms of its efficacy, so that over a period of time people can clearly see that if this was the problem or healthcare issue, this is the solution that was proposed by this natural healthcare practitioner, and this was the efficacy of that. And if the efficacy was 1 star, it's 1 star. If it's 5 star, that means it really works. And because these are natural products, there are almost no side effects in most cases. So it's really powerful. So uh, and when we use blockchain for something like this, it builds the trust and transparency in the whole process. Today, for example, you would go somewhere and you will say, okay, weight loss. You go to internet, it's like you'll see sites, lots of testimonials, 99% fake. We don't even know who is manufacturing what is real. But once we put on blockchain, we know that it's coming with authenticity and proof end to end. And that's where we want to get to.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
very powerful stuff, and this
Yes.
is exactly what blockchain was made for, and yeah, and Green
So
Earth.
we're working on that, and then trying to, because the core view is that the knowledge related to nature is residing in certain pockets which are connected deeply with nature, and by definition they are not sitting in urban cities, that knowledge. And whereas the populations are concentrated in urban locations seeking remedies or solutions which are effectively available, like within social media or within their marketing reach. And oftentimes that's all human made structures or human made drugs. System also promotes them. So Green Earth aims to bring recognition and value to those natural assets and natural resources, and those people who have that knowledge, who are sitting far away from where we are.
Yeah, you basically are bringing the rural knowledge and the rural
Rural as
people.
well as, yeah, rural knowledge. There's a lot of no, yeah, people who are working with nature have got that knowledge with them, and
Yeah,
as of now they don't see any
yeah,
monetary value in that because it doesn't get rewarded. But once their knowledge starts getting rewarded
yeah,
financially, for example, they'll get GEBT tokens when they for every whenever they give, let's say every 5 star rating gets them half a token, or zero point 0.5 token, zero point 0.1 token, whatever it is, that starts valuing them in a
yeah.
better way than what they are today. And that's how then they have a reason to continue that pursuit of knowledge, which they today are just seeing it as maybe a hobby or something that really doesn't pay. So they still have to go and work somewhere in a factory or somewhere or farm, but their knowledge
Yeah.
doesn't get rewarded.
Yeah, that knowledge is about to, also die, right? With time, it's
Yes.
becoming less and less, and this sort of rebalances sort of the the excessive focus on city life and urban life and urban
And
knowledge.
man-made, I would say,
Without
man-made
artificial.
foods, man-made drugs. Uh, a lot of even our food products are heavily processed in factories.
Yeah,
And if you do any diet study, they'll say that the more the component of processed foods in your diet, the higher the chance of a wide range of diseases, including cancers. They all start coming with heavily processed food. I mean, if
inflammation.
somebody could just eat basic stuff like which are coming directly from farms, their health profile will be far superior. In fact, it has been observed that obesity has a very strong link with consumption of processed foods. So human
Yeah,
body is not
yeah,
able to process, you're not able to absorb them properly, and then they start creating obesity. Whereas, and that's another pattern. So then obesity has its own new illnesses that take off from there.
yeah. RFK did a really nice presentation and about that, and we'll link some of that stuff also underneath this video for people to
Yeah,
want to
please do
know
that.
more about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So
But
that's the
yeah,
vision that we have working with, that to get that focus, get the valuation back to those natural products, natural assets, people who are working with them, and build a global community of people of such a mindset. So Greenearth blockchain users will be people who share that mindset, share those values with us, irrespective of where they are in the world, whether you're sitting in Europe, South America, North America, Africa, Asia, wherever. So that community is what we want to build, and
yeah,
within that, so that this knowledge gets saved, preserved on the blockchain, and lasts longer than what it's going to last right now.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a powerful,
Yeah.
powerful vision and something that I think everybody can sort of rally behind.
Yeah, we
So,
can move the next slide then.
yep,
So India is the main battleground for the project, because that's where we see the maximum potential for change, and also a very large set of resources that are undervalued in terms of natural resources and knowledge. And so we have our strategic partner in India called gangaproject.com, which we have talked in previous calls as well. Ganga Project is an e-commerce platform, but it's e-commerce platform with a difference. It's an e-commerce platform which is integrated end to end with the suppliers or producers of food or farmers from the source level onwards, and everything that is present on the e-commerce site is uh, verified for transparency and authenticity from the source of production. So this kind of transparency from the starting point is achieved by no other e-commerce platform, and that enables us to ensure authenticity of the product all the way. And then the people who are involved with us are also finding it that because there are no middlemen involved, they are getting a better percentage of the sale value. So if the product sells for X euros or rupees, they get a higher share than what they are getting today. So they are also happy and motivated.
yeah, and be rewarded in GBT tokens.
Yes, and they get and in addition to whatever is the fiat currency payment for that product that they are producing, they also get a small amount of GEBT token, a fraction, for their participation in the project. So which is so over a period of time, suppose you're an apple producer in the Himalayas, and your apples are getting widely recognized. That photo is of some producers that are in the Himalayas. So they will have a collection of tokens with them that will hopefully build a good value for them over a period of time.
And for the people watching, we'll always link these slideshows underneath the video. So if you go
Yeah,
to our YouTube, there's always information there, including the slideshows that you see here. So if you want to read them over afterwards, you can. So
yeah,
let's go to the next one.
yeah. Uh, this is just a sample which we had put in the previous presentation as well. Just I didn't change the slide because it's just a sample product we have to give you an idea of those who are logging for the first time. That Ganga project has currently, we've got 100 plus products on the site now, And between now and December ending, we plan to load about 100 more products coming from northern India. So by December ending, we hope to have 200 plus products on the site, and every product has the full supply chain transparently shown. It's called we call it the product blockchain, and that's what we can see below each product. So this is a honey, wild forest honey, and mixed flower is the some of the honeys are single flower. This is a mixed flower honey, and you can see the entire blockchain from the producer to, and also the share that each person in the chain will get. And so that's how that 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 percentage allocation and the naming of each person in the chain, that is not seen anywhere in any platform worldwide. So that is where the Green Earth project, a blockchain project, becomes very different or very real in terms of its value to people, where they can see that this product was arrived with this set of people from the total chain. So that makes it very powerful in terms of authenticity, trackability, traceability, and transparency. So, and we also tell how much each person is getting. So far, when we go to any product on any e-commerce, you will never ever see who are the players involved in the chain and how much is being paid to each person. Here we have transparently told who are the people involved in this chain and how much they are getting from the sale value. So that
And
there it makes very big difference, because somebody who is trying to give a lower amount to the producer, they can see here the producer knows that he can get this much here, so why will he sell at a lower price elsewhere?
true. And then depending, of course, on the chain and what is produced and how it's produced, the percentages also differ.
Yes. In fact, if you go back to the previous one, the honey slide, yeah, there we have this Greenearth score. Okay, so we have the Greenearth score, and each product has its own Greenearth score, and so therefore, if you this will be one of the higher scores in this product, but each product has its own score. The score is basically the sum total of how much uh, if how much efficient or how much nature friendly this product is. So so it's basically how much close it is to the vision of Green Earth. That could be the nice summary of the Green Earth score, is how close it is to our vision. And so the higher the score, the higher the Green Earth rating of a product, the more tokens get released for that product.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Shall we go to the next slide?
Yep. This is a recap of the previous project that we started in summer. This was to adopt a sapling campaign to, so where we had earmarked a land of nearly 100 acres in central India for planting saplings. The aim was to plant. The aim is to plant 100,000 trees on that land, because it can take those many large trees as such, trees which can live for hundreds of years. And we started that project, and the project was constructed in such a way that about rupees 225 was the price one would pay to get a sapling planted on their name permanently, and that is about 3 USD. And we would give a one GEBT token as a reward, which will be about 1.15 USD in today's terms. And if for any reason the sapling perished, usually it will perish in the first 2 years if it has to. Then it takes
Hmm.
strong roots and grows. So if it perishes for any reason, we would replace that with a new sapling, as in we will allocate a new sapling to the person. So you would always have a tree on your name. And so it has taken the first round of users came for that, and I have the data as well from the team. We have received 339 sapling orders, and
Ah,
we also planted 1,000 extra, because the planting season is the monsoon season. We can't plant it throughout the year. The saplings need that. The rain season in India is called monsoon. That is the season in which you can plant these saplings for good life or structure foundation. We can't just plant it any time. Suppose you gave an order for planting the sapling in December, we can't go and plant it in December. It's like that. So we have planted 1,000 saplings extra, because we know that for the orders that will come between now and let's say next summer, those will be allocated to them. So we have planted 1339 saplings, 1339 saplings, and a total of 432 transactions have taken place. And we believe that not only the 1,000, but a lot more orders will come by next summer, but they will wait for the next summer planting to get realized. So that project has taken off, and we believe that it will just grow further. These are typically exponential in their adoption. So if
Yeah.
we have about 1 or 2 years where the news flows around, and as the interest in GBT becomes more clear, then and once we launch the token in India on an Indian exchange, I think once people see that, then they will rapidly come to participate in this project. There is a desire for people to participate in this sapling campaign, but the awareness is still on the lower side. So we're working on that, and I think next year we'll do some YouTube campaigns for that, and from there it will do take off. The 100,000 number of saplings is not really very large, because
Mhm.
our team has already planted more than 250,000, no, nearly 500,000 trees in the last 15 years. So half a million. So it's possible, but with a focused campaign like this, it takes a bit of time to get people to participate. Just the awareness issue, and so we're working on that. And I think next year we'll see this moving forward in a bigger way.
And you, if India becomes a success, and I'm sure it will, then you're also having plans to move to Europe and America.
Yes,
Are
yes,
you also
yes.
gonna do
Like
something similar here
the
with the
challenges in
trees?
Europe are the challenges in Europe are far fewer in terms of because I'm also here, right? Like with you, the 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 countries have managed their forest resources quite well here. So I would, in fact, I'm sitting in France here. This is coming in the top three or top five countries. I think top three in terms of forest management. So I can see that around me, and I can see how far ahead France is compared to India. And so there is that gap, huge gap there. But the projects that will be uh, worthwhile in Europe, which will really help, are the kind of projects we discussed earlier in the call. The natural
Yeah.
healthcare, that is a very strong demand here. Whereas, so for example, if people in Europe could get natural remedies which are, you know, voted 5 star by hundreds of people worldwide, uh,
Yeah.
you, absolutely people will go for them.
Yeah, and the nice thing about Greenearth Blockchain Token is once it really becomes big and starts working, it also lowers the prices of these products, right? So
Yes,
it
so
makes them
natural
more
health,
available.
not
Yeah.
yes. So natural healthcare is one, but the other main use case of transparency in food, that still holds for every part of the world. And so for even for example within Europe, the aim would be to involve local communities and local food producers. Like we have these food markets that we have at different places. Those are very good candidates to come on Greenearth blockchain and use this platform to sell. And in the process, everyone gets the tokens as well, and there's a transparency as well that this is the farm from which those apples came, or the juice has come, or whatever the eggs have come, and this is where they have gone. So the whole chain, and we discussed in the previous call, but I can tell again, local economy has a very high rating in Green Earth blockchain. So there the Green Earth rating will be very high for local consumption, local
Yeah.
production and local consumption, that one.
Well, I'm not sure if you know the person, but Bernard Lietaer, he wrote Rethinking Money. And in that book,
Hmm.
he sort of gave like countless examples of how you can incentivize people to do the right thing using money. And I think Greenearth Blockchain Token is such a project that you give the right incentives and you reward people for the right things. And then you can actually make people do good things instead of, what's happening nowadays. And yeah,
Yeah,
I think it would
that's
be,
the vision. The vision is that to set up something where at least some people in the community can come, and it's always at that point where we have to activate about 5% of the people in the community, or 10%, and that's more than enough to trigger a change. So
yeah.
even 2% is enough. So we have to get there. So uh, transparency and local consumption of foods, is something that
Yeah.
is uh, is a very strong use case, even for
Yeah.
Europe and for North America. North
Yeah,
America
because
has a bigger problem than Europe. The
yeah.
percentage of processed foods in US is very high compared to Europe. In an average diet, there have been many studies, and that has consistently been related or linked to the higher obesity levels that we see in the US today.
But one thing is, the way Europe does that is to increase taxes, right? So you pay higher for cigarettes and or
Not
for
only
food.
taxes, Nick, it is
No.
even the equivalent of the FDA in various countries.
Yeah,
The products are the products which are on the dangerous side are indeed banned. So if you I have done this research a lot before we started off Greenearth Blockchain. The percentage of or the number of banned products is the highest in Europe. So in that sense, uh, I mean, compared to anywhere in the world, the highest number of banned items are in Europe. So it's Europe which is the safest in terms of food in
yeah.
the world today.
No, no, I totally agree. But I think the nice thing about Green Earth is it also lowers the price of the products that you want
Yes,
because
the
in Europe
price
you
will be
do.
low.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, there's a reason for that. We have discussed that earlier. I'll tell you how.
yeah.
Today, for example, we have this bio label, right?
It's
The
expensive.
on foods. It's expensive because people don't know whether it is bio or not, and so there is a certain amount of price involved uh, in getting that bio certification or bio label. However, if the the authenticity of a bio product could be established using the blockchain, that anything that comes through this chain is sure to be authentic, then those producers don't have to pay those large fat amounts to get biocertification. The very fact that they are coming with a green earth blockchain means they're authentic, and that saves the money of that bio label. Today you need the bio label to know that this is bio, but if it's coming from green earth blockchain, it is by default bio
Yeah,
or even better, and
yeah,
therefore you have reduced that cost. That's one cost which we see straight away as something that we can shave off
yeah,
in the
yeah.
process.
You get rid of the middleman, and
Middle lot of certifications that are being done for ensuring transparency could be not needed when blockchain is the basis.
1 second. I have to plug in my computer. I forgot to plug it in. I'm back.
Yeah, so therefore organic products are a very strong candidate for Greenearth blockchain to come and reduce their prices. And that reduced prices will increase consumption volume of those products, which will actually help those producers to do better. I
And
mean,
lower the prices.
even they want to sell more, so that if they can sell enough, then they are happy with the slightly lower price because they're getting the volume. So
Yeah.
that's the whole point here. So uh, yeah, so we hope to move forward on that one step at a time.
Yeah, no, I love it. And, many people in Europe, but I imagine in America too, they want biological food, they want healthy food, but it's either not there or it's unaffordable or I'm not sure if it's actually biological or not. So, Green Earth Blockchain Token is, excellent in, helping with those kind of issues.
Yeah,
Um, shall we go to the next
yes,
slide?
yeah, please. So this is just example photos of some of the very remote parts of India in the Himalayas. And so Greenearth blockchain goes all the way till here. So if we can go till here, we can surely go to more nearer places and less remote places. Just to give you an example, that this is a village from where we source apples, and then almost the entire village is now happily involved with our project, and I believe that the neighboring villages also want to join, so we will see.
Wow. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it also provides extra work in rural areas where,
Yes,
the
their
jobs were.
income improves. Yeah, their income improves because they can sell directly through Greenedge blockchain, to consumers sitting in large cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, etc.
And just as a side note, usually those rural areas also have like energy resources, so they could even also start mining Bitcoin at the same time.
No, no, they don't have that kind of
No,
energy
not over
here.
there, but yeah,
No,
maybe
I mean
hydropower.
they have. I believe that they will have just enough electricity to light do their lighting.
Well, that's true, but it's Bhutan, the country Bhutan,
Yeah,
apparently has,
it's yes, it is on the same belt, Himalayan belt.
yeah,
Yeah.
but Bhutan is actually mining a ton of Bitcoin and doing pretty
Yes,
well.
I
Yeah,
think they have some very large hydroelectric power
yeah,
potential there, so they could be using that. And I would say that anywhere they could do Bitcoin mining. The climate is awesome here for that. Uh, it is worthwhile, but let's see. I mean,
yeah.
here we want them to mine A quality, A plus apples.
True, 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 true. Okay, let's
Okay,
go to the next slide.
so those apples are no less than Bitcoin in their quality.
Well, they're more
So
important in a way. So
yeah. So um, in a way, if I can take even more real analogy, they are mining GBT.
yeah, true.
They
Yeah,
are mining GBT while they work there, so it's happening.
or
Not
maybe
not
they're
BTC.
growing it. They're growing it.
Yeah, they're literally growing it. Those apples contain GBT. That's true. Yeah. Next slide. So this is just to give you a recap on this one. We see the maximum because of the sheer size of India and the need for various use cases that we have planned for Greenearth blockchain. India is our main market, and we see GBT getting a large user base of 1 million plus in India in the near future once the project takes off. We have already got the project live, and now the word is spreading gradually on the ground. And we believe that it's possible to get the first 100,000 users for GBT by December 2025. Uh, the 100,000 user base is a very critical milestone as per my research of various blockchain projects, that very few projects actually reach 100K real users. And once we reach 100K real users for a project, for a token, from there the foundations is are well established, and then the further growth is dependent on time and other parameters, but it's very unlikely that the project will fail from that point. So we want to reach that milestone as early as possible, and we believe it's possible in 2025. And once we have reached 100,000 users, then we can safely say that this project is has now got its foundation and it's moving forward
It's sort of
at a
it.
yes,
It
it's
has
going to
taken
go
root.
forward. It's
It has
taken root,
taken.
correct.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's like the first 2 years of the sapling where
yeah.
mortality is possible, so we would have crossed that stage. And and we believe that out of this 100K users, up to 50K users or half of them may come just from the tree sapling campaign as it takes momentum in the coming year. We don't know how many will come directly, but it's possible that up to half may come from them because that's a campaign that can go very far. And We are having a view of listing GBT token on an Indian exchange. Uh, as of now, we think it may be possible in 2025, and that's the time frame that we have put in our roadmap. Unless some other constraints come in the picture, we may we may be able to do that in 2025, and that also sets the stage for user base growth in India, because people can then see the token in an Indian exchange in the fiat currency value, and it will also motivate a lot a lot of people who are participating in the Greenearth blockchain on the ground, even in the remote parts. When they see a value to their token in their accounts, they will be
Yeah.
motivated to do more. And the word of mouth, when it starts spreading in India, users come very fast. So once
Yeah.
the word of mouth uh, start spreading, 100,000 in India is not at all difficult. It's a very on the very lower side.
Yeah,
On that note, I would like to mention two small things. Like then before I forget, in the last since our last call, we have updated the Ganga project e-commerce site to show two things. One is that currently, when a user logs into Ganga project e-commerce platform, he can now see his GEBT balance on his dashboard. Okay,
Cool.
so whatever GEBT he has earned, any user on Ganga project, he can see that. And the second thing that we are working now to get done, it's in process, is also to show his wallet ID right there inside his Ganga project dashboard, so that he can access the wallet, or at least go to the wallet and see. So these two things were given to us as user feedback, that if these are visible, then users will be more motivated to know
Yeah.
what their GBT balance is, and know how they can see it transparently. So we were implementing that. So the GBT balance part is implemented, and the GBT wallet is will get implemented soon. So that completes the list of works that we had on Ganga project site as in terms of features. And currently the goal is to just go on meeting people on the ground in different parts of the country. Focus is on North India currently. That's where the team members are, and to go on adding products and adding team members on the ground. So that work is happening literally every day.
But that with the dashboard, that makes it more user friendly. And I think like what you said, if it's on an exchange, it gives the whole project more visibility, and it also
Yes,
draws in investors, and yeah, it makes it
yes.
all
Users
more
also, more
tangible.
users. Yeah, more users will come, Nick. I think
Yeah,
exchange also gives that fiat value, and we have.
yeah,
I can use this since you mentioned that we also have a affiliate program on Ganga project, which we haven't marketed yet, but we will start that marketing. The affiliate program is where each affiliate gets custom links, and they can share that on social media. For example, I showed you the honey, right? For example,
yeah.
so you can share an affiliate link of that honey on social media, and when somebody comes with your affiliate link and joins Ganga project, you get a revenue share, and
Mhm.
not just for that product, for every participation of that new
Okay.
user.
So you're actually
So
rewarding people to share it on social media, and they get rewarded
yes,
in
and
GPT.
yes, and we believe that once the platform takes off, we will get several users through affiliate, because affiliates also can earn some income.
And and
Like
and
we have the
uh,
Amazon affiliate.
and it's, I guess, important to say it runs on the Algorand blockchain. So you probably need like an Algorand wallet.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Greenearth blockchain runs on Algorand, and we set up that wallet for them. So
yeah,
the wallet is set up when the user signs up. The wallet gets created by the system, Greenearth system,
yeah,
and they are given the wallet address and the pass key.
yeah. Yeah,
So
that should be easy peasy for crypto natives. So
yeah, but the bulk of the users who are coming
rural.
to Greenearth blockchain and Ganga project are non-crypto users.
No, no, no,
And
true. No, but I mean, for the people who are now listening and think like, oh,
yeah,
affiliate
yeah,
link,
yeah,
I'm gonna share, so that
yeah,
get
yeah,
on it.
yeah, yeah. Correct, correct. So we see. I mean, it's amazing. Like it's a call with you, and we're talking about these things. We kind of assume many things as known to us, and on right after this, there'll be another call where nothing is known. So it's like
Yeah, and that's something we
so
talked
there is
about
a
before,
so
right?
there is
Yeah,
yeah. It's a so in fact one of the goals for us in Green Earth for next year is to prepare a lot of educational videos on Green Earth, and just the core: what is a blockchain, what is Green Earth token, how does it work, what is a wallet. Those kind of videos will come on our YouTube channel.
yeah, because Greenearth will be huge in sort of onboarding new people into
Yes,
crypto,
into
and
crypto. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That already it's already seen. I
yeah.
would say uh, I can safely say that 80% of the users are first time crypto
Wow,
users on Green Earth. So it's a
wow,
very
that's
large
huge.
percentage.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
good. That's good news.
Yeah. Next slide.
Yeah.
And that just says exactly what you were saying. The next slide. So the next slide is saying that there's a unique opportunity for growth, and GEBT token has the unique opportunity to become the Bitcoin of India. As we aim to create 5 to 10 million users for GBT from rural India and urban India, for many users, uh, GBT will be their first crypto, and they will associate crypto with GBT. Like, and that's what we're seeing. 80% users are first-time crypto users.
That's huge.
Yeah. So, and this will be like this for a sizable amount. The first time we'll get uh, any sizable amount of actual existing crypto users is from the token listing on the exchange. Then, because currently the token is not on an exchange, so these are all real users, on the ground users, farmers, producers, suppliers, packaging guys, team members on the ground. So they are mostly non-crypto.
Yeah, so the first experience is GEBT, and
Yes,
you're
yeah.
making it
I mean,
super user friendly. Yeah.
everything is new for them. But the good point is this: that they are extremely open and appreciative of the whole concept.
And
Oh,
not
by the
not
way,
only, yeah,
yeah,
but
I
that
have
whole,
another point here, that we have found that farmers, food producers, the traditional natural healthcare healers, which you call Vaidya, they're all very positive, appreciative of the concepts. But the maximum pessimism on the green earth concept comes from very educated people who have their entire financial savings in stocks and mutual funds and not in crypto and in
yeah,
real
yeah,
estate.
yeah.
They have the highest pessimism because it's amazing. But I see that all the time, and not only me, all my team members have said the same thing. So we know that it's a very constant theme, that people who are having their assets in the traditional financial system have the highest pessimism, and those who are uh, you know liking this are people who have the knowledge and whose knowledge can get benefited from this platform.
Yeah, that will be very interesting because then you have like the natives who are already in crypto, like what's that, like 2 or 3% of the world population or less, and then the bottom group are entering via GBT. So those two will sort of meet in the middle, and then the slides in the middle is sort of resistant to the whole.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's a slice, there's a and this resistance is from a very educated block of people. Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
because their
and so
livelihood depends on the old system moving
I would
forward.
say, yeah. So there is to accept that crypto and all these things can do something is to almost not accept what they are standing on. So it kind of is like difficult for them. So we
And
see
then,
that
but
all the time. So but it
and I
happens.
want to say one more thing because you're not only onboarding these people into crypto, which is
Yeah.
already awesome, but you're actually also at the same time creating a native economy based on crypto that's actually working. Like you're
Yes.
showcasing that it can work in practice on like,
Yes.
yeah,
In
that's
fact,
huge.
the real uh, the real exponential growth in the whole project will come from that part which you just mentioned, the ecosystem or the economy. Imagine a scenario where 5 to 10 million people, users, let's say in India, that we are visioning is possible. They have GBT in their wallets, and they could be then transacting between themselves in GBT for
Yeah,
various other products, including lands, farmlands, real estate. And if you are talking about rural population, they could be exchanging land in GBT. It's
yeah,
possible.
and
And so
maybe
those kind
saving.
of things,
Yeah,
and saving them, and
yeah,
we have ongoing, our plan is to provide a lot of education. So tomorrow, suppose we are providing some educational camps or training, vocational training, or some courses, they could pay for that for their family or children using GBT. That will be a far superior, because they would get the best value, because we would ensure that it is at the lowest price in GBT terms compared to fiat.
yeah, and an additional benefit would be, maybe they save their pension fund in Bitcoin, for example.
Yeah, some of them are, these Bitcoin ETFs are coming in the picture for that. So
Yeah,
uh, that's, those kind of things are also possible. But
yeah,
in the vision that I'm seeing a very actively used token even for the local economy. Once people start getting used, to the convenience of a token and how smoothly it can be moved nicely and safely, then they would say, yeah, let's exchange the tokens.
Yeah, yeah, but I sort of mean maybe I have to rephrase it, but they sort of learn also how to self custody, right, through the interaction
Yes,
with, yeah, and that's very
yeah,
powerful in itself. Yeah,
there is a lot of learning here on even as they learn, and some of them as they accumulate more tokens, GB tokens, they may want to store offline. Currently, they're all having online wallets that we create by our system. They may say, no, I want them to be in an offline hard wallet,
yeah,
and so those things also will start. They will start learning things that are not being asked today. They'll get asked. New requirements may come on how the system should store tokens or how it should do safety. We will keep looking at that. So yeah, it's
yeah,
a so the thing is that yes, GBT has the unique opportunity to develop the crypto in India, and it's a very big opportunity in my view, in our team's view. And if we are able to execute our vision, it will be really something, because the numbers are so huge in India that whatever numbers you think are big in crypto, everything is possible with
that's nice.
GBT. So
Um,
with that,
yeah,
let's go to the next slide. So these are like three quick benefits we have listed for GBT users. Like some people asked, those who are unaware of that, what is the benefit of the token that we get as part of the Greenearth blockchain? So first is to participate in project governance. Uh, GBT token holders can participate in the governance of the project. We plan to set up a large user council, okay, of 100 plus users. It may be even more, because it will all be systematized. So
yeah,
voting and all these things are possible easily. We'll get there, okay. But project governance, in terms of how we use or how we move the project forward on some key issues, what kind of use cases need more focus, what use cases need to be done now versus later, or later versus now, those kind of decisions. Second is the GBT holders can monetize their tokens by selling them on an exchange, and that we want to enable that in INR. It's already enabled in USDT. We want to enable that
hmm,
in INR, and it's already enabled in Algo also. So Algo is a very liquid token. So GBT Algo is there, GBT USDT is there. GBT USDT is the main pair, and GBT INR is the pair that we want to set up hopefully in 2025, if our situation is as per plan. And the
nice.
last one is that this is what we just talked about in the previous slide, redeem tokens for privileges. We want to create various benefits like ecotourism camps, Ganga coaching camps, or any other form of education or tourism that we can offer, and those will be redeemable in the tokens. So I think that's a big benefit as per users, that if we can do that, they'll be really happy. So we're doing all these, and that's what I wanted to share with you today.
Well, that is amazing, Shankar. That's a great update from the past 2 months. And I guess the next one will be either in a month time from now or in 2 months time.
Yeah.
But there will be another update coming,
Oh
and
yes.
I can't, yeah, and I can't wait to see how GEBT is doing by then, and also of course Bitcoin and the entire crypto market. And it's always a pleasure seeing you. So
Yes. Same here.
I want to thank everybody for watching today and learning about GEBT. Check out the website. It's linked in the title, in the header, but also check out our resources on YouTube. I'll link everything that we discussed down below. And yeah, with that, I think we can end it.
Yeah. Thank you once again, Nick. Really a pleasure to speak with you. Uh, Always a very live discussion with you, and I think it flows into the video, the way we discuss things, and it starts traveling. Team members also appreciate, people, users also give feedback that it's interesting for them to learn. So really happy to discuss with you, and look forward to seeing you again in about a month or two. Okay.
And thank you for transforming the world in a positive way, Shankar.
Thanks very much, Nick. Yeah.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye, everybody. Yeah. Bye.